Chapter 19. The Three Kinds of Observers. The biggest superpower you have is the ability to observe. The more observant you are, the better your chances of winning in life. A lot of people ask me what is the one skill they need to learn to get ahead in life. What should they do to get better in their business or job, or just how to get better in life in general. Understand human behavior. That is the three-word answer. You just need to understand how humans behave. I'm dead serious about this. You need to learn why people talk a certain way, why people buy what they buy, what is the decision they are making in the moment they are buying something, why do they like some videos and not others, why do they leave good reviews or why are they not giving good reviews. You need to understand all of this. It's the one skill that is going to take you far ahead in life. Now, the question is, how do I learn human behavior? It's very easy by observing. Or you can read books on psychology, talk to psychologists, go through the profile of your competitor and read all the comments and reviews. It will help you understand what people want, what they appreciate, and what they dislike. And once you begin to understand all of this, you're going to make better decisions in life. Everybody who is at the peak of their career is an observer. Everyone who is an observer and backs up their observation with the right execution becomes an achiever. The point is, how do they decide where to focus their observation skills? By not letting someone else dictate their curiosity. There are three kinds of observers. Number one, those who have always been forced to do something. Since the beginning, they have their target set for them. Mummy said it has to be IIT and only IIT. Even if they are interested in playing the guitar, they won't be able to. They have been conditioned so much by their family that they start to believe that getting into IIT is their only possible option. They have always been dictated to. They do reach the top because they have been told since the beginning the specific things that they have to do and not do. But they lack one thing, and that is mental peace. Because they are always under constant pressure. They are excellent achievers. They'll come first in class, they'll crack IIT, lead companies, become CEOs, they'll achieve everything, but they will always be physically and mentally exhausted. Their entire life, someone else has set their finish line, which they must reach at any cost. The only way they know how to survive in life is to cross that line, one dictated by someone else. They don't think about anything. All they know is to do what they are told by their parents or mentors. Let's call this the Asian parent syndrome. When you're not thinking about anything, you observe patterns based on the realities that are forced on you. So, if your parents tell you that students going to IIT and Harvard have the best life, you go to Google, you search Harvard alumni or IIT alumni. You look at their lives and you're like, wow, people who go to Harvard are like Barack Obama. The pattern is that people who went to Harvard have become presidents. It is set in their minds that if they want to achieve something in life, Harvard is their only option, or that their career is over without IIT. They observe the pattern and make that forced reality their own reality. They start working for it, but they are always exhausted. The second kind of people are those whose achievements are driven by emotions. Feelings of inferiority or rage are what drives them. If you look closely, most people who achieve big things in their life have an inferiority complex. They feel they don't belong where they want to belong. They think, this is my reality. I'm not rich. I want to change this inferiority complex into something else. And they start working towards it. That was an extreme example. Let's take a very basic example. Let's say you have four classmates, but why does this guy get to talk to the one girl I like? And then you start hating that one person and you want to be better than him because he gets the limelight everywhere. You will find these people in offices as well. There's this one guy who always gets the promotion, who always gets a better appraisal than everyone else, who is always the boss's favorite. You think to yourself, I do all the work, then why is he getting a promotion? Then you start to do everything you can just to prove that you are better than this guy. You eventually do become better and get the things you wanted, except the girl, maybe. Remember Sunil Shetty's character in Dhadkan? It can be as simple as some people deciding to show their parents what they can achieve, like Ranveer Kapoor in Wake Up Seth. Some people might want to get rich to win their parents' hearts, like Ranbir Kapoor in Bombay Velvet, or the famous formula heartbreak makes you a better singer, like Ranbir Kapoor in Rockstar. Basically, all Ranbir Kapoor movies are based on the second category of people. The people in this category generally land up in creative fields. They start observing the patterns and think, oh, a life of hardship can bring success. They think that this is something that happens a lot, and as a creative person, they are always trying to find this negative emotion in their lives. They think, just wait and see how I rise after suffering this terrible thing. While those in the previous category of people had someone else's reality forced on them. In this category, you willfully start adapting to the common narrative. You're influenced by your emotions or you're influenced by someone's story, which raises a kind of emotion, and then you start observing the patterns in your own life to become someone like them. Eventually, because of these things, you start working on yourself and achieve what you want in your life. Even though you become an observer, your observation is driven by your emotions or from someone else's reality, which you feel because of certain situations is your own reality as well. You start finding patterns to belong to the narrative. The people who belong to the second category feel empty. It's because they're always chasing something that is not their own reality. They end up wondering why they worked so hard for their achievements. They often ask, what now? I've become a singer, now what? They're also good observers but have a constant feeling of emptiness. Then there's the third kind of people, those I call the rational optimist. These people are optimistic about everything in their lives. They have a very strong sense of self belief because their parents never told them that they must do a particular thing. They are naturally curious and open to exploration. Their parents gave them the liberty to do what they wanted. They are not driven by false emotions and are emotionally strong people. They are very rational and logical. Going to IIT doesn't matter to them. They believe if they learn something they are interested in, if they invest time in that and keep doing that thing again and again and again, they'll become the number one person in that category. They think even if I am an expert on bottles, I'll be the best at it. So one day, Bislety will come to me with an offer. Bro, you're the expert in bottles in the country. Come and join us. We will give you 5 lakh a month. These kinds of curious people generally end up with jobs that require them to be innovative or entrepreneurial or scientific. They get obsessed about one thing and they observe only that one thing because they feel the outside environment or emotions is not enough to inspire or influence them. Their inner desires dictate their lives. They observe something that they are drawn to. They come to a conclusion which dictates their lives and they achieve something. They do not get distracted by whatever is the next new thing in the world, or look around for someone whose heart has been broken and follow that story, or say, my mummy and papa told me to study at this university only. They get obsessed with one thing and do it, like Steve Jobs. The drawback that this category of people have is the obsession. Such people stop looking at the world around them. They don't have healthy relationships and they don't have friends. They are obsessed with this one goal and they are fired up by the idea of changing the world with it because they know they have that potential in them. They feel everything they are learning is taking them one step closer to their one big vision. The most successful of these entrepreneurs are rational optimists. They are optimistic that one day they will shake up the world, but they are also rational in their approach. They won't leap off a building expecting to turn into Shaktiman. They'll be like, humans can fly. So they will make some gravity defying thing and then they will fly. I feel like earlier I belonged to the second category, but now I'm shifting towards the third category. I'd like to believe that being successful is moving from the second category towards the third category. Most people start their journey with an inferiority complex because if you feel you are the best in the world, why you would ever want to get out of your bed and start working on yourself? If you feel you're not enough, that your lifestyle is not enough, that forces you to do certain things. The only thing is, your life shouldn't become a constant chase. Shift from the second category to the third category. When you reach the third category and you know you are a rational optimist, you understand the factors in the market. When you understand that every action you take has an equal reaction out there and you can change the course of your own reality, it doesn't matter whether some people understand your status or not, whether your parents force their reality on you or not. All of these things stop mattering. You can change the course of your own reality without having any emotion, without having any guidelines from your parents or your elders or anyone else. That is a very sweet spot to be at. All three categories of people are good observers. That's why they are successful and have reached their goals. Everybody is an observer. What you focus on, what you do with your observation is what defines where you are going to reach in your life. I would say be a curious observer. As I said earlier, no question is stupid. You just need to be curious about stuff and you will find out which questions you are most interested in. You start finding answers for your questions. You will find a pattern. You will connect those patterns one day, and that will help you with your own innovation. And if not innovation, it will help you become self aware, and then you will know what to do with your life and how to live it. Key takeaways for chapter 19. To move ahead in life, you need to understand human behavior, what people do, and why they do it. That's it for this chapter 19. We'll meet in the next chapter.